Hello, and welcome to Unexpected History. It's like regular history, just unexpected. Today, we're taking a look at recently found evidence that prehistoric humans populated the Americas far earlier than previously believed. But before we do that, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. It really helps the channel out. Thanks to the last ice age, with its resultant lower sea levels, the Clovis people are commonly accepted as the first humans to colonize the Americas about 13,000 to 13,500 years ago. Having crossed between Asia and North America through Beringia, which is a now submerged landmass that connected the two continents, the evidence for them is fairly abundant, prehistorically speaking, and well dated. But what if I told you there is a recently discovered trackway, found in White Sands National Park, which could significantly change, if not completely obliterate, the timeline of humanity's arrival in the Americas? A trackway, for the benefit of those who don't know, is a fossilized impression, usually of footprints, left behind by animals in motion, such as dinosaurs, that were somehow preserved in time. Although not common by any measure, trackways are common enough to be beneficial to paleontologists, as they can tell us about many of the physical characteristics of those that left the tracks. Weight, stride length, and gait. All these can be estimated just by studying the tracks. Human trackways are exceedingly rare, although White Sands National Park seems to have more than its fair share of them. Designated a mega track site in 2014, White Sands is home to the most trackways in the world, including the longest human trackway known thus far. Dire wolves, mammoths, American lions, and giant ground sloths all managed to have their tracks preserved alongside human tracks. We know they all coexisted, because many human tracks have been found intersecting those of other animals. What makes this newest find so unique is that the tracks have been dated to about 23,000 years ago. Yes, you heard that correctly. 23,000. Found along the shoreline of an ancient lake, the tracks, about 60 of them, had their age determined by dating the microscopic seeds of an aquatic plant that sandwiched the layer of sediment which contained the tracks. A paleoecologist who studied the tracks, Sally Reynolds, states that this finding, quote, definitively places humans in North America at a time when the ice sheet curtains were firmly closed, end quote. Reynolds believes that humans colonized the Americas in multiple waves, with at least one wave occurring before the Ice Age. She said it's also possible that they may have sailed down the west coast, although there isn't any way to concretely prove this idea, at least not yet. The tracks appeared to be mostly those of teenagers and children, an indication that they were probably amusing themselves in the area, while the adults were out hunting and gathering. Prior to the dating of these new tracks, making them the oldest human tracks in the Americas, a 15,600-year-old footprint in Chile, found over a decade ago, was recognized as the oldest verified evidence of human occupation. There is potential earlier evidence, a set of tools and other stone artifacts found in a Mexican cave, which were found in a sedimentary level dated to around 32,000 years ago. Reynolds isn't convinced of the trustworthiness of the find, as tools and artifacts can migrate through different layers over time. Footprints, however, are fixed on the landscape, as well as in time. In addition to this latest trackway, White Sands National Park is also home to the longest human trackway ever discovered. Believed to be the tracks of a woman, or perhaps a teenage male, given the size of the tracks, they stretch for almost a mile, along the shoreline of the ancient Lake Otero, accompanied by a child. There is also evidence, based on the depth of the prints, that the child was periodically carried, alternating from one hip to the other. Anyone who has ever held or carried a child for an extended period of time knows how tiring it can be. I can't imagine carrying one for almost a mile. Other ancient trackways have been discovered at White Sands, ranging from mammoths and dire wolves, to American lions and giant ground sloths. Humans interacted with these species, either by hunting them, or being hunted themselves. Tracks, first described in 2018, show a giant sloth being stalked by a human. The sloth would periodically rise on its hind legs, presumably to take a swipe at its stalker with its deadly claws, as other humans stealthily crept in from various angles to surround the animal. The trailing human deliberately stepped in the tracks left by the sloth. These tracks are the first documented evidence that prehistoric Homo sapiens hunted the giant sloths. At Unexpected History, we love hearing new ideas about humanity, and the thought humans were in the Americas far earlier than was thought possible is certainly intriguing. Now it's time for you to give us your opinions. How do you think prehistoric humanity colonized the Americas? Did they find a way to cross the ice sheets that covered most of the northern hemisphere? Or did they hug the Pacific coast in small boats, hopscotching their way south until they found the end of the ice? Until a paleontologist or archaeologist finds a boat, or other incontrovertible evidence, we may never know with any certainty, but let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching Unexpected History. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe if you think we deserve it. We'll see you in the next one.